What?
No, nothing. Just the thought of you by the end of this having eaten that entire thing of gummies as a bit.
I'll do it.
I know you will. That's it's like it starts as a joke.
Inside me, there's like a deep creep to like a creeping hunger.
Inside you, there's a deep creep.
Yeah, like a deep creep.
Inside you, there are two wolves, both creeps.
One deep, one creep.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
I'm comfortable.
Yep.
Yeah. Go ahead and kick us off with that sick intro.
I'm also comfortable. All right, gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
If you would please look at your phones, I have sent you a paragraph that I would like you both to read. You may split it up. This is my because this is a Halloween episode. I wrote something really scary, and I needed you guys to deliver it because I don't have the timbre in my voice to do a good job.
Okay.
So yeah, you can do it however you want.
Why don't you do the first 3 lines and I'll do the last 2?
Okay. All right.
All right.
Under democratic leadership, Americans have been
Slower.
allowed
With both hands.
Octua on that. Under democratic leadership, Americans have been allowed to act like a, quote, hormone-addled 15-year-old daughter, end quote, slamming the door of her bedroom and giving her parents the finger. There has to be a point at which Dad comes home. When Dad gets home, you know what he says?
You've been a bad girl. You've been a bad little girl. And you're getting a vigorous spanking right now.
Oh.
And no, it's not going to hurt me more than it hurts you. No, it's not. I'm not going to lie.
Please lie to me.
This is going to hurt you a lot more than it hurts me. You've earned this. You're getting a vigorous spanking because you've been a bad girl.
Andrew.
And scene.
Actually, you know what? You're going to have to subscribe to the Patreon to get that.
Andrew, do you know what we just read?
My fanfic? What? No, what?
Wait, okay, so a couple days ago,
I don't know what we
Oh my god, really?
No.
I thought you. Okay. Oh god, I'm so glad I can break this to you. So on Friday, there was a Republican rally in Duluth, Georgia, in which Tucker Carlson got on stage and said this verbatim to an audience of many and also television cameras and God.
Okay, check that man's hard drives immediately.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He has daughters.
I'm saying fucking full raid, like door breach, rappel through the windows, seize hard drives, Epstein Island shit.
They need to Diddy his shit immediately.
Absolutely.
I want to see it on CNN from a fucking helicopter.
How much baby oil do you think Tucker buys?
More than you think, less than you'd like. Wait.
That's fucking vile.
Yeah, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. It's pretty fucking funny that you had zero context for what that was, and you pinpointed in on the weird sexuality of it. Yeah. Because it's horny.
It's really horny.
But like horny parentheses derogatory.
Yeah.
It's like no one needs to be that.
It's horny in a way that like a dude who is chronically online shoots a shot with a woman, like in fucking Asterix, walks up to you sheepishly. Hello there. Why did you type a fucking stutter?
Oh my god.
You're texting right now. That is the energy that is giving.
Yeah.
I hate so much. And I know it's like a Tumblr thing. And I know that it was
it's like a role play thing.
Yeah, it was just like, look, I also tried to find a GF on the boards of Neopets when I was too young.
Yeah, we all got groomed on Gaia
for
Online.
sure got groomed. Yeah. I remember typing out like I was doing a scene, but at this point, like, I'm a grown man. Like, just write a screenplay if you're gonna write like that, right?
Give stage
scenes.
directions.
Yeah. Armando, 28, depressed, solemnly walks into your room.
There's an episode of Police Squad, that old Leslie Nielsen Naked Gun show that was the prequel to Naked Gun. And one of the titles of the episode, tonight's episode, The Writer's Thinly Veiled Fetish. And I feel like, Jesus Christ, guy.
That's all media in the 90s and early 2000s.
Oh, man. Can I read you another quote?
Yeah.
Please.
Under Democratic leadership, Americans have been allowed to act like hormone-addled 15-year-old daughters, slamming the door of their bedroom and giving her parents the finger. There has to be a point at which we shut down the garbage island that is Puerto Rico. And that is direct quote from Tony Hinchcliffe's stand-up set.
Man, you mean the greatest comedian in Austin, Texas, who has a weekly show at the Mothership? If anybody wanted to know about that,
If any of our wonderful, beautiful Puerto Rican people in this country wanted to know,
Yeah,
where to find this person,
I'll give you $500.
we absolutely can't leave that in.
I have to bleep that out.
It's just gonna say, "I'll give you $500."
Yeah,
It's gonna be a
Beep.
fucking beep. Yeah, I'll give you $500 if you do. So I'm gonna do them. I don't know. You'll figure it out. Yeah, for comedy, for tax purposes, that was a joke. But Jesus Christ. It turns out that the guy who his entire career is built off of watching open micers bomb for a minute and then roasting them with much funnier comedic guests, is kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Apparently, a guy who has a Corvette with the vanity license plate "I roast"
Oh, cool. What color is it?
black. It used to be. It probably isn't anymore.
It will be after this.
I am woe to think of something more embarrassing than that. And folks, this episode is coming. This is breaking news today when we're recording this.
Yeah.
This episode won't come out for a few days. There's a very good chance that TH's antics and terribly hacky material could have dramatic impacts
on the election,
which is
11 days from
funny.
now?
Yeah,
It would be
10, I think.
so funny.
So funny if we just saw a full swing of just like
Latinx people just across the board be like,
Yeah, because he fucking said that, and Bad Bunny went, okay. You fucking, first of all, how dare you come for Puerto Ricans when the Yankees and the Dodgers are in the World Series? That's like Puerto Rican Christmas, first of all.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Puka shell necklaces are through the roof right now. The sales can't be tracked.
They're fucking doing it up, dude. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I also to move us away from something
To move us away from libel.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. And also towards this edible kicking in. We've decided to call this one the Tricks and Treats episode. Because we are giving you treats in that this is a listenable episode of a podcast. But the trick that we played on ourselves was the lie that we could do this after each of us ingesting 10 milligrams of THC.
They haven't kicked in yet.
Maybe for you, these are fast acting, and I took
Why
2 of
did you
them,
take
2.5 of them.
Well,
It's those are they're calling it the Tenactin of edibles. It's
Oh God! Do either of you have my ivermectin?
oh god.
I need my horsey drugs.
Which again was being advertised next to the racist jokes on. I can't. You couldn't make like a Veep episode without someone being like, "That's too on the nose."
Dude, first of all, I think horses have it too good.
Yeah.
Their medicine is everything that I want.
Yeah,
do
ketamine.
you have COVID? Oh, it turns out you can take like horse drugs and it'll cure your COVID. Do you have depression? Oh, it turns out you can take horse tranquilizer, ketamine, and you can be okay. Oh, does life suck? Do you know what the solution for most horses is? It's getting shot in the fucking head.
Yeah.
I want that too.
I want all of that.
Anyway,
We are going to turn you into glue when this is when you shuffle off this mortal coil.
I'm bringing Elmer's back. They'll
I'm gonna call it Edgar's.
The entire 2028 elementary school class has me to thank for their projects being able to be glued. Jesus Christ.
Semi-permanent, non-toxic glue.
Yeah.
We should start this podcast while I'm still lucid. Are you guys ready to go?
I'm ready to go.
All right, let's get into it. Welcome to Boyfriend Material. Woo. Damn, I should have called it Boo-Friend Material.
Run it back.
Oh, sorry. Welcome to Boo-Fiend Material. Wait, hold on. Let me run it back. One more time. Welcome to Boo-Fiend, my serial killer. Wait. I have one more. Can we run it back?
Yeah.
Welcome to Boo-Fiend, serial killer.
Okay. This has reached Cockney rhyming slang of unintelligibility of getting to the original thing that it was.
Okay, all right. Let me break it down for you.
Okay.
Boo-Fiend, serial killer.
The part.
Yes.
Material, serial killer.
Is that good?
No.
Is that anything?
It was better the one before.
All right, let me try it again.
Do you remember that Halloween episode of My Brother and Me when they were talking about the scary, I guess like the context was the scary version of There's Something About Mary, and it was scare Swamp Thing, a boot scary.
Oh no.
Oh Christ.
No,
Anyway,
I feel bad because now I feel like we're gonna get even more allegations of stealing from the Mac.
oh folks, no, yeah, I just that popped into my mind because again it delights me to this day. Okay, okay,
Jesus
so
Christ.
up.
Yeah, welcome everybody to Boo-Fiend, serial killer, an ex-vice
I'm gonna kill you.
show. A relationship advice show that's guaranteed to ruin your relationship. I am your delightfully devilish Boo-Fiend, Armand Horror Terrors. I've already done that one, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think you've dribbled that one back to the mound before.
Torturez.
Torturez is really
very
solid.
good.
Armando Torturez. Yeah, and joining me as always we have
Is your very scary boyfriend Andrew Grossus.
And I'm your boyfriend who's a Republican. The scariest thing.
The scariest thing. Who listed moderate on Hinge? Wrong.
I've been going to open mics lately. Yeah, and we've got a special episode today because Griff is here in Los Angeles.
I'm here. I'm sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
This room looks bigger on the camera.
Okay.
Ouch. Okay, well, fuck
right.
me, I guess. I mean,
I think I am cursed because all rooms look so much bigger when I'm not in them. I really and truly do fill up a space real fucked up
But it
wise.
looks bigger on the camera.
really
yeah.
wrecking the space curve.
Because I sit right in front of the camera, so
Right.
the room just looks further away. Andrew and I went to a Halloween party where we were dressed up and had really good
You guys
costumes.
had great costumes.
Thank you.
Yeah, and everyone kept asking Andrew if he was a Ghostbuster.
Open the schools. Open
You
the
weren't even
school.
wearing khaki.
No.
No, I wasn't wearing khaki. I wasn't wearing a jumpsuit. I was wearing a green sweater, something no Ghostbusters
and
ever
light
worn.
wash denim
And
jeans.
light wash denim jeans. Oh gosh, again.
And you had painted your hair red.
A hair color that none of the Ghostbusters have. Not even in the cartoon, I don't believe.
No. And when we were getting out of the car, and I was dressed, by the way, head to toe like Fidel Castro.
Cigar and everything.
Yeah.
No glasses on, which made it a nightmare to drive. But we got out of the car, and I looked at Andrew, and I said, you look like a character pixel art from a Ghostbusters video game. And we laughed, and I said, but no one else is going to think that. And then throughout the night, everyone asked you if you were a Ghostbuster.
Yeah. And at one point, I'll never get over this. This was very funny. This was very funny. So we went to a bar after we had we went to a second location on Halloween, which is really impressive that we rallied. Went to a second location, and I bellied up to the bar, and a girl, a lovely young woman, with a strange vibe, to be honest, but a lovely young woman came up to me at the bar and said, "Oh my gosh, are you a Ghostbuster?" and like touched my pack, initiated physical contact, which means I'm in. No, I mean like initiated physical contact is like, and started talking to me. It's like, "Oh my gosh, are you a Ghostbuster? I love your costume." And I went, "No." And much like the Ghostbusters, if someone asks you if a Ghostbuster or a god, you say yes. I know butted the fucking interaction. It's like, "Oh my gosh, are you a Ghostbuster?" No, I'm not. I just shut the conversation down. It's like, "No, I'm from The Simpsons."
I was standing at the bar with another woman, and we overheard that happen, and both of us looked at each other like, he just hates pussy, I guess. This guy hates getting laid.
Just devastating.
But that was not the funniest interaction you had all night,
That
in
is
my
true.
opinion. My favorite interaction was a woman walked over to us with a thick old accent.
Yeah.
And she goes, "Excuse me, are you a painter?"
I thought you were bingo.
No, I had the sprayer on. This group of people thought I had come from my job as like a house painter or a house painter or a building painter or something like that, and thought I had just like worked that into my costume.
Yeah, they thought your costume was a house painter.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Me and my friends, we were over there, and we were but like we were wondering if you were like a painter or like if you bought the stuff, and we have bets, bets like money. We have bets for money, and we are trying to see if maybe ¿cómo se dice?
Yeah,
We are trying to see if you bought it or if you repurpose it." And we also tried to like make that happen where we were like, "Oh, well, what side are you on?" And she was kind of like, "I am not interested."
they just sent me over here to ask you.
They sent me over here to ask because we really gotta know.
There's like a group of like 6 people.
That's so funny.
And if a group of 6 people is standing across like the back patio of a bar, like kind of shooting glances your way,
Yeah.
and doing almost anything short of like pointing and going, and then like pointing at you and then turning back to the group of friends, like, what the fuck is going on over? Like, it's like either they know what my costume is, which is pretty niche because it's a Simpsons character, or an old Simpsons character, or something's wrong.
Something's very
Something's
wrong.
wrong.
Yeah.
And it turns out it was the third option, which is they were crazy. I don't know. Like
They were putting bets on real life.
they were putting bets on real life whether I was a real life painter who had just come out to Halloween as myself.
your job.
Yeah.
The classic costume, house painter,
Sexy house painter.
sexy house painter.
Yeah, I was a little worried because apparently Andrew had pointed out the fact that a giant group of Latino people at a bar were pointing over at us as I was dressed as a man who absolutely decimated a country.
Oh, no.
And Fidel Castro. And there was a part of me that was like, they're gonna kill me. They're gonna fucking kill me. My Cuban too strong. My fatigue's too fit. They'll kill me.
So yeah, it's like, oh my gosh, were they rich Cubans? Did they have their land seized?
Oh, absolutely.
Anyway, to circle all the way back, I take up so much space in a physical place that for most of the party and the bar that we went to, I just stood outside. I just immediately beelined for outside where I couldn't be in anyone's way.
Jesus.
And that was it. That's all I do because I take up about 3 people's worth of space in any room that I'm in. Don't do this to me.
No, I'm doing the math. Nah.
What are you talking? We just visited a place to get you a suit made.
Yeah.
And the suits that you were trying on, you could take 3 of them and stitch together a jacket for me.
With the pants and everything.
Yes. The whole thing.
It's like it's out, a long time ago they would have been out hunting buffalo and like we need to make Mondo a buffalo coat.
Yeah.
Bring extra bullets. We've got to kill a few more buffalo.
No, if this was old times, I'm how Bigfoot got started. They saw
That
me.
is true. Yes.
They saw my dumb ass going through the world and they thought that I was a monster.
You do kind of walk that way.
I do.
Like,
And I am blurry in a lot of
Yeah.
pictures. All right, boys. It is our Halloween episode.
Yes.
We are recording this just days before Halloween.
Yes.
This month feels like it has lasted forever,
Yes.
but also simultaneously has gone by so fast.
Yeah, I think the first 2 weeks like sped by, and the last 2 weeks have been slogging along.
just
Yeah.
real crawl. Yeah.
Just I want a coma and wake up on December.
well, it's because the election's coming
I know.
up. It's
That is part of it.
Yeah.
I will say though, however, on a good note, although if we're being quite honest, the election is maybe the most terrifying thing we could possibly talk about.
Yeah.
sure.
But on a good note, I feel like October absolutely flew by, and this weekend has taken a month.
Yeah.
Does that make like you've been
Yeah.
here for a few days?
Yeah, it feels like I've been here for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
feels insane. In a good
And
way.
you're not leaving.
No,
We have
we called a bomb threat in on your flight
yeah. So in your name. So not only you're not leaving, but you're also under arrest.
with your phone.
I guess we'll do a road trip episode.
Yeah,
To
that would
San
be
Quentin.
Oh, that would be so fun. We should do a road trip together.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where?
We could drive. We could do the drive to Texas. I've done that for content a lot. I've done that for a lot of content.
Have.
I've done that a bunch paid for by a
Yeah.
company who
Yeah.
then didn't promote the video.
Nope.
We could do that. That would be cool. I already pitched that we should go to Joshua Tree and lose
I
our
would
minds
do
in a
that.
yurt. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's less of a road trip and more of a 2 to 3 hour drive, which is like,
That's a road
mini-
trip.
it's a
That's a
mini
mini
road
road
trip.
trip.
no, it's not.
A
But then
mini
we
one.
stay there, and the destination being the kind of
Desert.
Yeah.
desert magical place of losing and finding oneself is that Joshua Tree. Feels like a road trip.
Yeah, because it's 3 hours of actual road trip and then 20 hours of road tripping, which is where I'm high on acid in the street. And you're going to have to save me because I'm going to find meth labs out there.
That's all that's out there.
Yeah, it's all meth labs and people tripping on acid. Anyway,
It's like Mondo, we haven't left our street. You took the tabs too early.
it's okay. Let me get behind the wheel. All right. It is our Halloween episode. We are doing this live. We also all took an edible because we thought that would be like kind of a good like mechanic for the episode.
We're racing against time.
Yeah, this is beat the shots home. You know.
Yeah, which man, we did kind of the other day. I took an edible, and then we decided, ooh, you know what we should do is go to breakfast.
Oh yeah.
And breakfast was about 20 minutes away, and I did weed math, which is okay. I took that edible. Generally speaking, that takes about like 45 minutes to kick in.
Yeah.
We're going to go grab coffee right now, which will delay it by a little bit because it'll just put more things inside of me. And then it's about a 20-minute drive. That should work out. And I drove us to the place, and I was completely sober the entire time.
Yeah.
And the only reason I took the edible, by the way, because we didn't know we were going to go out to eat.
Yeah, we thought we were just gonna go for a walk to get coffee.
Yeah.
And then walk to get pastries. And then we were like, well, what if we got something substantial to eat? And you got like a light bulb popped above your head.
Physically did. And I took you guys to, I think, my favorite Mexican restaurant in Los Angeles.
Sick.
But it is far away from where we are.
Was good.
It's
is
so
very good.
perfect. It tastes just like the food that my grandfather used to make. And
Yeah.
I told it, you guys asked me, you were like, what are you getting? And I was like, I'm getting the chorizo plate, which is just this, for me, the scene from Ratatouille where he eats the ratatouille and you zoom into his eyeball and see his shitty childhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that for me. I zoomed in and I just saw a fucking pit bull barking in the backyard. And
Car
my-
alarm in the distance.
yeah, a very soft but very chirpy beep of
Of a smoke detector.
Smoke
Yeah.
detector.
Run with a dead battery.
It has not worked in 20 years.
Yeah.
and my grandfather setting down a plate of chorizo and eggs and corn tortillas. So anyway, we got that. We made it there, and then the edible kicked in, and then I immediately became just a blob that could sit there and I couldn't have drived if I tried.
Drived?
Yeah.
He couldn't have driven.
I couldn't have drived. And I would have gotten behind the wheel of a car and gone, I don't know how any of this works. I don't know how to do this.
What is this? What am I?
Yeah. Suddenly getting behind the car became like a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah.
You're just like,
So I have a new fun game, which is a variation of chasing the shots home. Here's what you do. You take way too many edibles, and then you just drive in a direction. And then 5 minutes before you really start feeling it kick in, you pull over, you throw your keys, and then you just get back home. You try to figure it out.
why would you choose to do... My life's too easy. I need to throw challenges at myself. I need to like hard mode this shit.
It made so much sense in my brain, and saying it out loud, it doesn't sound like you guys like it.
No, that's psychotic.
All right, speaking of which, it's been 26 minutes. I can definitely feel my edible kicking in.
Love it.
Would you guys like to do some tricks and some treats? Oh my God. My dog just scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
All right. Boyfriends, I need your help. I was at a costume party where I met a dude dressed up as Ghostface, mask and all. We kept talking throughout the party, and I really feel like we hit it off. At the end of the night, he asked me for my IG, and we followed each other. But now that I can see his face, ... I'm not really interested.
Oh.
Does this make me a bad person? What do I do?
This is a very common phenomenon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw it a lot during like COVID.
Yeah, during COVID. It's happening in buckets in Asia right now because apparently it's become like a life hack. If a man is ugly, he can just put on like a black face mask and it gives him it hides all of the things wrong with him.
Yeah.
But it's also very common in like cosplay spaces. Where someone's like con hot. Where like they're hot at the con, but like in real life you're like, oh, I don't like you when you're not dressed up like the cat boy at the maid, the cat boy at the maid cafe.
It turns out I just like cat men.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I just wanted to fuck this character, not you.
Oh, put on a dress, Mary. It's a real Vertigo hours. But like, this is the IRL version of like good on the phone, but leave him alone.
Yeah, it's
like
what are you talking about?
This is where they have like a good voice,
like the Elaine episode.
Yeah,
the Elaine episode of what?
Seinfeld, where she's like in love with that guy because he's the whiz and nobody beats him, just because she's heard his like hypnotic voice on the Elaine. You're great tonight.
I've seen maybe 3 episodes of Seinfeld.
Okay, well then we're moving along.
I've seen all of it.
Really?
Yeah.
And you liked it?
I just watched it for the first time in the past like 3 years.
I feel like I wish he talked more about how his girlfriend's a teenager. Like I feel like that didn't come through the show at all.
It did.
Because like Elaine's like 30 something, right?
That's why he's not with her.
Oh.
Yeah, too old.
I thought they were dating.
There's lore. They were dating. They broke up. Now they're friends. But then there is one episode in the first or second season where they fuck and like get back together that is never gone back to again.
Whoa.
No. There's an episode where they're like, this is the episode where Elaine It's the episode where Elaine reveals that she faked it every time they had sex.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so he's like,
come on,
give me one more shot. Let me try one more shot because which is actually a pretty good reflection of a man's ego and how fragile it is.
That they can fix it all in one go.
Yeah, in one go. And then at the third act, she like comes over, slams the door. It's like, all right, let's go, and gives him another shot.
Yeah,
that's really funny. I'm sure that's the point of the episode, but it's really funny to be like, I need you to come for me.
For me.
But genuinely. Not like in a hot way, like, I need you to come for me. Like I need this. I need you to come for me.
Which, that attitude alone puts you like
negative
7
10.
rungs down the ladder already.
I have never seen Seinfeld, but I assume that Jerry Seinfeld plays I get is he a stand-up comic in the show?
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
a stand-up comic in the show.
Interesting. All right. So it's Seinfeld, and then it's his girlfriend Elaine. And then there's a racist crazy man
Kramer.
who lives in their house. Does he go to the Comedy Store and the Laugh Factory in the show too?
and use a hard art. Yeah.
Yeah. And then their neighbor is the guy from Jurassic Park.
This is all wrong. Their racist neighbor lives across the hall from Jerry.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
The nerdy guy, the computer programmer from Jurassic Park, lives elsewhere in the building, elsewhere in his building. And
Costanza?
No, Newman. Yeah,
Costanza.
George Costanza. Bald
Oh, you mean DraftKings affiliate, Jason
guy.
Alexander?
That's right.
Yeah,
yes.
absolutely.
Oh no, not DraftKings. World Series of Poker, the app.
Of course.
Spokesperson Jason Alexander.
Are those royalty checks not clearing over at the most successful sitcom of all time?
I hold on. I need you to see this because literally every single time I hop on to play poker,
Yeah.
I am faced with it's downloading.
This is good radio.
This is sick.
This is fantastic. I think Jason Alexander's hot
Really?
on the show, like back then.
With
Yeah.
the have you seen him with the toupee? The
Yeah, the
hairpiece?
toupee is bad.
You like him bald?
Yeah.
Baby, I like him bald. So, here's the thing. There has been a weird... we'll get back to the question in a second. Caller, shut the fuck up. So,
We put him on hold. That shit, yeah. From now on, it's not called going on a tangent. We put the
him
caller on hold.
So there has been a resurgence, a sort of reawakening to the fact that George was the
Youngest?
hottest one on that show.
Oh, yeah.
Within a specific demographic, I would say of like alt women is what I would say, because I
Yeah.
think they respect, or I think there's this like resurgence of attraction to like 90s fashion, and in particular kind of like the dad fashion that George embodies.
Yeah. Also, Seinfeld was wearing that shit. He put that shit on.
He did have them fits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Seinfeld had drip as well.
Absolutely.
But
Jason Alexander telling me to update my fucking World Series of Poker app.
Still got it.
He still got it.
Jerry, Jerry, I'm stuck in the phone app.
You gotta update.
So, tonight's episode, the worst Jason Alexander impressions ever committed to tape. Caller. This sucks. This really sucks that you like met a guy who sounded cool and you were hitting it off with, and who got a big yikes when you saw his face on the Instagram. And here's the beautiful part.
Mm-hmm.
You need to ghost that face and never my work here is dumb.
I feel like, because this is the plot of, I think, a reality show, right? Where it's like you meet each other
Sexy Beast.
with masks on. Yeah, the furry show.
Sexy Beast.
Yeah, it's a show where everyone is a furry, and then they meet each other in their fursonas, and then afterwards they take that shit off.
Yeah.
And they decide whether or not they like each other because they got to know each other with the like whatever animal shit on.
Yeah.
Have you seen that show?
Yes, because one of the contestants, I think it was the panda, was one of my favorite participants in the bisexual season of Are You the One on
Interesting.
MTV.
So I'm guessing they weren't the one.
No.
Yeah.
And she also like, I was looking at her and I was like, she looks familiar. Couldn't figure it out. She like shortened her name in, I guess, like Are You the One? Like her name was like Kari or something, but her real name is something insane like Carissalyn. Like, not like a name I've never heard before.
Okay.
So like when I saw it was her, and then I immediately realized it once she started like talking, because she's like, do you remember like OMG So Random?
Oh yeah.
XP?
Yeah.
That's her vibe.
Yeah, she's what we were talking about earlier. She's the one who like works out scenes through text messages.
Exactly. Yeah, she's got that vibe, and she had that as the panda.
God, you guys remember what is it? The spork. I hold up my spork.
Oh my god. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
We were talking about it earlier. Earlier, internet memes had too much longevity.
Yeah.
They really did. Well, they had so much longevity that they like imprinted on just a really cringy subset
Yeah.
of millennials,
Like-
and it like defined their personality for too long.
Yeah, like long cat is long. That's like
Oh.
that's like a 6-year.
That's funny.
Ceiling cat. I had a ceiling cat. I made one.
What possibly could you mean by that?
So there was, you know what Pepicora is?
No.
It's this program where you can turn 3D rendered objects into 2D rendered objects, print them out on like paper, and then reform them into a 3D object.
Okay.
So it's like dumb 3D printing before 3D printing.
Okay.
I follow, yeah.
And there was one that was the ceiling cat, which was like meme format, black box cat coming out of the ceiling. And it was in the ceiling of my bedroom from 9th grade until probably 3 years ago.
Jesus.
I just had it up there. I never took it down.
It was gonna make us a greater people. The internet.
The-
it was
yeah,
supposed to.
it was
Al
supposed
Gore's
to.
internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Promise is broken.
Jesus Christ.
But the good news is all these memes, all these, early internet memes can now be referenced by Elon Musk, the world's worst human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As like, I think he probably made an I Can't Has Cheeseburger reference at the rally today. I would bet money he did.
Respectfully, the last time he made references at the rally, they were all to Nazis and their generals. he's basically, he was like, those Democrats always think they're so Reich about me, but listen, they'll just Goebbels any story that they hear. And it was like, oh, that's bad.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Wait,
Like-
wait, hold on a second.
Yes.
Are you?
He said that.
That's not a bit. That's
No.
not a bad bit. That
Let me find it.
No.
I put more thought into mine.
Uh-huh.
Well, he wrote, well, I did not see that coming, capital with a capital N.
Mm-hmm.
These fools will gerbil anything down. I bet their pronouns are he/Himmler.
Doing pronoun jokes in 2020.
Also, it's even worse. He tweeted that.
You mean he X'd it?
What's that mean?
Well, it's the cool new thing for Twitter. I actually think these jokes are sick and tight and awesome. And I would like to announce my full send into the Republican comedy space.
You know what? Let's get Tony on the phone.
Let's get fucking Tony on the phone.
We'll get Tony
I
on the
could be headlining the Improv in Brea, California right,
Right
now.
now.
Yep.
Oh my God. All right. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
You met a guy at a party.
Yeah.
He had that maths. He had that shit on.
He
Had that shit on. And then you saw him without that shit on and you realized that he kind of looked bad. Does that make you a bad person?
No.
Not really. It's just, I mean, here's ugh, man, I hate being
Real
sincere.
advice. Real advice.
Nice.
Real advice.
Boo. Here's a real advice. Acid in the face. Then you don't have to look.
Yeah.
No, the real advice is that like the complexities and nuances of a relationship mean that you have to find somebody attractive for the person that they are, but also physically attractive.
Yeah.
And also like just here's the same thing. If like you would also not be a bad person if you met a guy at a costume party and he was basically naked and just ripped and hot and
Yeah.
you could see he had a huge hog. And then you exchanged IGs, went onto his Instagram and watched a reel where he was just a complete fucking idiot. Like, and then you realize like, oh man, I'm so attracted to him, but it turns out like he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Like I thought it was satire and it wasn't. He's
Yeah.
just is that guy.
Yeah, I feel like
I guess I'll get my back blown out once and never talk to him. Guess I'll get my furniture rearranged.
Have you considered?
Guess I'll let him feng shui this book.
I want to Marie Kondo this shit. Does it give me pleasure?
Does it spark joy up in my gut? Okay.
I got one. I got
That
one. I got
was a
one.
bad idea.
I got one.
Uh-huh.
Hoarders.
What do you mean? What do you
All right, this
What
is
do you mean?
no
Just saying.
hoarders. but spelled with WHORE.
Hoarders.
Yeah, I hardly know her. We gotta get to the second question.
Yeah.
It's absolutely have to. Jesus me.
What about flip or flop me over? What about
What about Windy City Wreckers?
Wendy is spelled Wendy.
this one is bad, but love it or lust it.
What about How to Build a Sex Room?
See, now we're getting back on track.
Have you seen that show, Andrew?
No.
It's on Netflix.
No. I have no. Oh, bonus app?
What's up?
No, not bonus up. This one needs no rearranging. Good bones.
Very good. No, don't touch it. Leave it
Don't
alone.
touch it. That one works. No, How to Build a Sex Room is a show. It's a reality show where they've basically pimp my ride.
For your bedroom?
But for the
Or
room
your
you
basement.
have sex in.
Okay, so it's I assume it's a lot of finding like load bearing beams in the ceiling to attach sex swings.
Here's
They're
the
very
thing.
load bearing.
Here's the thing.
yeah.
Here's the thing. I need to talk about this in length. We have to save that for a bonus
Okay.
because I have so much to say about that show.
All
Great.
right.
Tune into the bonus where we will get into
Yeah.
I have so many thoughts about the horse lady.
this is great. Okay.
Yeah. And horse spelled WHOR.
So go to patreon.com/midnight snack TV. Please sign up. It's a great way to support the show and get the what's the name of the show?
How to build a sex room.
How to build a sex
Yeah.
How to build a sex room bonus content that we'll be posting there. That's very good.
Yeah. We'll call it Double Team by the Property Brothers.
That's upwards of 4 brothers.
We'll call it stick it upper.
You could have just gone with like fuck her upper.
I guess.
Fuck her downer too. Okay. So what do you do? What do you do about the scream mask dilemma? First of all, does it make you a bad person? No.
No.
We are bad people.
We're terrible people.
Because we came up with sticker upper.
Here's the thing. I feel like they don't have to feel bad
Mm-hmm.
for this reason. You're the one who has to fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like much like the Seinfeld episode, he would rather you didn't fake it. So in the long run, I feel like you're saving everybody a lot of time and misery and forgettable boners by just unfollowing him, blocking him, and pretending like you never even existed.
Yeah. We
Caitlin's been dead for 45 years.
Yeah, I think you unfollow not only him, but everyone that you know in common.
Everyone who was at that party.
Yeah.
Yeah, and tell all of your mutual friends to, whenever he asks about you, be like, who? But leave one tagged picture alone so he'll find it and go fucking crazy.
Just gaslight this man.
Andrew and I were talking to somebody the other day who was describing getting hit on by a guy. And we went, oh, he had no game. And she said, he had game. It just wasn't a game I play.
No.
Which is maybe the worst thing that you could ever like.
Yeah, that like hurt my heart. Well, it was a 1-2 punch.
Oh, you're right.
It was the 1-2 punch because like it was like, oh, this guy, because we both witnessed this dude hitting on this person.
Yeah.
And had that like the quote, the follow up question was like, so how did that turn out? How was that? No, he was fine.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Like
I'm forgetting. That was the part that hurt. Is the way she went. He was fine.
Oh.
Oof.
Which like,
Oh.
I mean, just punched me right in the guts. Like I would I'd rather do bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would rather be like, oh man, if the date was just like bad.
Yeah.
Or like,
Just like where you get in the car and you're like, delete our messages,
Yep.
delete this number.
yeah, really, go scorched earth.
Yeah.
Or goes fantastic, but for some reason, it's like how sometimes like mediocre is worse. Like getting a C is worse than an F.
Yeah.
There's like that happens in certain scenarios, and this is one of those scenarios. Like getting like no, he did fine.
so much
Just
worse.
like that's it. Then like follow up question. It's like, oh, so he had no game. No, he had game. It just wasn't my game.
Wasn't my game.
I wasn't playing that.
Mm-mm.
Yep. So, good luck, buddy. And like, I think she did like finger guns, good luck, buddy. I was like, it has never been more over for that guy.
I would go home and stare at the wall. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think your solution to your problem, caller, could be that you change what you look like. I
Ooh,
think
okay.
that what you do is you go hard on getting prosthetics to make you look like a real life Geico caveman.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Just like completely ruin the way that you look, and then go on a date with him, and then see how he reacts to it.
Well, what if he likes her for her personality? What then? Then she's a dick.
Then
And sometimes you got to take that bullet. You got to just be a dick sometimes.
Oh.
Because what are you going to do? Go out with this person out of obligation because they're nice?
Yeah.
That sucks ass.
That's worse.
That's never going to work either.
That's worse.
well, again, hitting on this bit again, since I am joining the Republican comedy tour. Because guys deserve it. But also, secondly, no. And the reason we've been riffing so much, the reason we've been putting you on hold so much, because the obvious answer is don't do anything.
Yeah.
You're fine. You're
Fine.
good.
Under no obligation to see this person ever again.
He's
No.
probably gonna double text you. You don't message back. He'll feel embarrassed and then delete you from his phone, like I do all the time.
Yeah, but here's the thing that I need you to do. I need you to wait until he posts pictures from the party of him in his costume, and then go look at those pictures. How does it make you feel? How does it make you feel?
Yeah, maybe you can marry him. Just tell him to keep the hot dogs.
Maybe
on.
he. What if? Oh my God!
Was it
What
good?
if you tell him how you feel and tell him that you'll only go on a date with him if he keeps the Ghostface mask on? He can keep the rest of his regular clothes.
Yeah.
His fucking pinstripe blue Oxford shirt tucked into
His
Dockers
Dockers.
khakis.
Oh God, I was gonna say bonobos.
No,
His
we were
fucking-
on Dockers.
We were on Dockers with his Hey Dudes on.
Yes.
Oh, the Hey Dudes. Yeah.
Those are the shoes, right? The
Yeah.
fucking ugly.
Yeah.
The I don't have a boat shoes.
They're like they're like moccasins that are like 132nd Cherokee.
Yeah,
132.
They're the Liz Warren of
Yeah.
of fucking moccasins.
You know what? I actually like a revision because I realized they do have a boat, so I would call them Daddy's boat shoes. You have boat shoes like that. Consider sailing at Lake Lanier.
Poster out now.
Poster out. Yeah, I think make him go on a date with you as Ghostface and see how that treats you. See if you, because honestly, maybe you're just attracted to Ghostface.
Honestly, that could have been it.
Yeah, you could be. That could be you.
I mean, maybe you do
Like scary movies.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the advice. Go on a date with him. Have him wear the mask.
But insist he wear the mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, and have it on, and have that shit on all the time. Never take it off.
Keep that shit on.
Never a moment without
I
it.
am imagining someone trying to make out with the ghost face mask, and it.
He's splurging out the one that has the blood running down.
Yes, the
With the
one.
pump?
Yeah,
With
with
the
the
pump?
pump. Yeah. Yeah.
That's how he blushes.
Oh, God, imagine making out with somebody who's been wearing that ghost face mask. You can like smell the condensed sweat and breath on the inside.
Gross.
Ugh.
Hate
Have you
that.
ever worn like one of those Halloween masks for an extended period of time?
No.
Yeah, I mean it's why they tortured French prisoners with fucking masks.
Yeah. I had to one time wear a Michael Myers mask and a boiler suit, basically.
Oh.
And in the California Halloween, which is like nighttime's pretty frigid. That thing was, I should basically look like Freddy Krueger, I think. I think I burned alive in that costume. Anyway, yeah, torture him. Make him do that.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to our next caller. My wife and I were really excited about handing out candy this year. Now that we own a home, we even splurged on the good candy, which they go into detail about what it is. It's just name brand candy.
Okay.
See in hell, dots. We're splurging for Starburst.
But we just found out from a neighbor that our neighborhood doesn't do trick-or-treating. Apparently, they do trunk or treat at a local parking lot.
Ooh.
So what am I supposed to do with all this candy? And then they had a longer way of saying this, and I've shortened it down to what their question really was: how can we bring back trick-or-treating?
Great question. Trunk or treating,
Lame.
so unbelievably fucking off. Just washed, sucks shit. Yeah, like,
Worst thing boomers ever did.
I mean, and honestly, I don't even think that's boomers. I think that is like helicopter Gen X parents that are having that just awful. This trunk or treat bullshit.
It is bullshit. It was do you know how fucking sucky it is to like, because like I feel like Andrew, you got to experience like the good Halloweens.
I did. I really did. I consider myself very lucky.
Because like for me, I got like 2 good Halloweens I can remember when I was like 5 or 6, and then everything after that was like, we're gonna go to a church parking lot, and it's gonna suck shit.
we used to be a country.
We used to be a real country.
I feel like I got
After 9/11. I'm not joking. Like truly.
No,
like,
9/11 sent this country on a trajectory that got us to where we're at right now.
in a good way.
Actually, I'm going to say it wasn't even 9/11. I'm going to say it was the 2000s election where Florida wasn't allowed to finish counting the votes because of Jeb fucking Bush. Okay?
Yeah.
That was our 9/11.
That was my 9/11. My 1990 9/11.
Man, I feel like all the Halloweens I had kicked ass. They were sick as fuck.
Yeah, mine were too. Mine fucking
I
rocked.
got to go trick-or-treating, and generally speaking, because I lived in generally like kind of shitty areas, all of my school friends, because I got bussed into a different school,
Sure.
would go trick-or-treating. So I got to say fuck you to all my neighbor kid friends and go to the rich white neighborhoods.
Yes, sir.
And trick-or-treat there. And man, I remember the first time I got a fucking full-size candy bar from a house. Ooh.
I know.
Like,
You never
thought this
forget.
I thought this was made up.
You never forget your first time.
Bro, I thought it was made up too. I thought it was made up my entire
By
my
movies.
childhood. Yeah. Like, oh, okay, yeah, they have to have a full-size Crunch bar because they're like sponsored by Crunch or whatever.
Yeah.
No, they exist. They're real, and I had one, and it was cool.
Which again, Andrew, it's like the myth of Tantalus. Just every single Halloween special you see on TV has kids. The streets are filthy with children dressed as devils and ghouls and mummies and other things that they don't have to pay licensing fees for.
Yeah.
And it's just like
Nondescript vampire. Yeah.
And then cool teen on bike egging house, and it's just like, oh man, Halloween sounds awesome. And then it comes around and it's just trunk or treat.
It's trunk or treat at 4 p.m. The sun is still out.
Yeah.
You're wearing a jacket over your costume.
Yeah, you're sweating in your fucking jacket costume combo. It sucks shit. No, yeah, like I'm from the time. I mean, when I was a child, I remember trick or treating with my parents, and then by the time I was like with any kind of independence, from the time I could walk around my neighborhood alone, I was allowed to.
Yeah, you made maps of the best houses.
Yeah.
It was just like you got turned loose. Like like the sun went down, and it was like, well, see you in 4 hours, and I would just like take off with a pillowcase and come back with a staggering amount
They're
of candy.
doing like also like pre-prepared baskets too.
Yeah. Like this is what man.
Like a Easter basket.
It's like it's like Fortnite. It's like Fortnite where I used to go out and grind for my fucking achievements.
You learned how to build.
I learned how to build. I was fighting 11-year-olds. I was.
And then you'd come back in and play video games.
I had to learn where the houses were. First of all, I had to go to a white school, all right?
Yeah.
And that took a lot of work. You know how much I got made fun of for looking different? All worth it when you get a full-size Crunch bar. I don't even like Crunch. I don't know why I'm saying this.
It's just that it was full size.
Yeah, it was just that. I didn't even eat it. I hung it up on my wall.
It's all you could get because your dad kept taking the Butterfingers.
You hate these, Mondo. Trust me.
You actually hate peanut butter and chocolate. It's a terrible combination. Yeah, I worked so hard for it, and now it's like they're just. I feel like I am really a Republican. And now they're just giving them like, oh, here's your full basket. This is all the loot you would have earned. Here's your battle pass and 20 levels completed.
Literally.
Boom. Is this a real opinion I have? No, I don't care about it at all. But it was fun.
It was fun.
There was some wild spirit about it. It felt like, traditionally a night of mischief making, of getting into trouble, fun trouble, not serious trouble.
No.
Well, maybe when I got a little older. Well, just like in high school when you're like,
oh
no, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
when you're a kid, it's like, oh my gosh, they egged our house. And then you become a teenager and then you become the one that eggs the house or does like pranks and shit. But no, there used to be some like mischief about it, some magic about it. There used to be some kind of like, some spark, some life. And it has now been turned into like the puritanification of it. It's become a very like sanitized, bloodless thing, which ironically.
Yeah, I can hardly pump anything to make blood on my face anymore. Halloween feels like progressively a checkpoint for how you're growing up, where like when you're a kid, it's just cool because you get candy and it's awesome and you dress up, whatever. And then you get old enough to care about what you are, and then you have like autonomy in picking your costume or like making stuff for your costume or like, getting to be a thing you want. Like for me, I usually was something that my mom could make, so a lot of just painting my face in whiteface. I've shown you guys those pictures, right?
Sure.
Oh
yeah.
5 years in a row, my mom was just like, "Well, paint your face white and go from there. We'll figure the rest out."
The rest out. It's like, oh, now you're, I guess, dead hobo because you're in like rags.
My favorite one is the one where I'm a vampire and she painted my face white, but the rest of me is still
It was still brown. Yeah.
Why did you do that? It doesn't add anything. Anyway, then I got autonomy and I got to pick out my costume, and I went to the Spirit Halloween in Glendora, California, and I was Yu-Gi-Oh that year, and it was awesome. And I had a big plastic hair.
The kid with the big hair.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then
I had a stand-up bit a long time ago that was based on a punch. It was like, my mom made all my costumes so everybody could tell what I was. Poor. And no matter what, it's always like a ghost or a vampire or a hobo. It's like I'm almost a hobo.
Yeah.
I'm like we're two like missed paychecks away from this being a reality.
those were all of my costumes, by the way. It was ghost, hobo, vampire, and then one year dinosaur.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Wow.
Also, shouts out to my mom for being as good of a mom as she is, because I might be the only kid I couldn't even rewear clothes from 2 months earlier. Just a giant growing mom.
Oh yeah, exactly. Just like mom like sweating furiously at a sewing machine.
Yeah. We talked about this earlier, how basically Gus and I are the same, where like our bodies weren't meant to get nutrients and now we've grown too much.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that like the first in your family to like have a vitamin.
Yeah.
Like provided to you through a mother's breast milk as an infant.
And I'm so big and so strong.
Yeah.
Anyway, eventually Halloween becomes trick-or-treating alone, and you get like, the whole neighborhood's looking out for each other, sort of.
Yeah.
And you're going from house to house to get candy from pretty much other parents.
Yeah.
And then, and you get to have fun with your friends, and then eventually you get to stay out late, and you get to have a little bit of mischief. You get to do... I was laughing when you talked about TPing and egging houses, because one Halloween, me and my friends went to Rite Aid to buy a bunch of toilet paper, and it was 3, I think, 8th graders buying a giant package of toilet paper on Halloween night. And the guy said, "You guys got plans for tonight?" And I thought we were gonna get like arrested.
What?
Right, yeah, you guys thought you were buying like
pre-arrested.
Yeah. Well, I thought we were gonna get like, oh, this must be illegal. This is like buying alcohol without an ID. Oh my God, what are we gonna do? And in a panic, I said, "No, I have diarrhea." And the guy,
which was Probably technically true.
Yeah.
Got his ass. Look, I did have diarrhea. Okay, I did. That wasn't a lie. But I have plenty of paper.
Okay, we gotta answer this question.
Yeah.
we gotta answer the question.
I think, man.
How do you get the kids back? You know the Pied Piper.
Where does this go? Yeah, I do.
It doesn't have to be flute music.
Mm-hmm.
It could be anything. It could be V-Bucks.
It could be
Roblox.
Robux.
Robux. It could be Robux.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be like, hey, if you come trick or treat, you shouldn't be paying children to come to your house. Hold on.
No.
I'm gonna figure this out.
Uh-huh.
We don't diddle kids. We don't diddle kids.
Could you like, what if you like email blasted the HOA and it was like, I need this.
I need that. Yeah. Okay. Better
need this.
Send a letter to the HOA and cut out letters from the magazine that says, "I need this or else." This can't miss.
Man.
Can you like get your friends to all drive their kids to your house,
To your neighborhood,
so they can just trick or treat at your door?
Oh. Here's the thing. I didn't know that you could a neighborhood could decide to opt out of trick or treating.
Correct. That was so confusing when you read that. I was like, I'm sorry. What sort of governing body? I mean, I guess it would be an HOA, but how can they I guess they can dictate. Oh, if you have candy bowls on your stoop on Halloween, we'll fine you or some shit. I guess it's an HOA action, which by the way, HOA is downfall of America.
Yeah.
That really truly was it.
Oh, fully.
I've never turned into my property kind of guy until I heard about HOA and what they're up to. And it's how dare you?
It's one thing if I'm renting, sure, you can own what I do a little bit. But if I bought a house, so you're telling me in America, you can kill someone for walking into your house, but you can't not pay fucking 85-year-old Janice the $300 monthly fee, or the police will arrest you?
You can murder someone in your house, but that house better be within the list of approved colors. And technically, blood red isn't one of them.
Yeah.
So if it gets on the wall, you're fucked.
So I think we talked about this, but the other board members and I have talked, and blood spatter pattern isn't part of approved decoration. So and also cut these weeds. Maybe no more close to home form of tyranny.
Yeah,
has been more palpable than an HOA. The most draconian, psychotic, because they're never reasonable. I've never met somebody who actually, you know what, my HOA is okay. It's always fucking people are rule it with an iron fist, because inevitably always some power hungry psycho finds their way on the board and then head the HOA.
Andrew, you've tapped into something really important here.
Oh, no.
I think I found a pathway to fixing this. And it's a little convoluted.
Lay it on me.
You got to follow me on this. You're going to run for the head of the HOA in your area, neighborhood, whatever. How much how big is it? How big is the HOA's
board?
Power?
The board, or what?
No, I mean physically, is it, how do they have a homeowners association? Is it broken up by street?
No, it's I think it's you got the main person and then you got delegates, but they're not organized in any way.
But geographically,
how much, how big an empire?
You get the subdivision.
Yeah, it's usually a subdivision. It's
So it's several streets, several neighborhoods.
It's a block.
Whatever the one in, one out.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's one in, one out.
Yeah, we go into a subdivision.
Okay.
My girlfriend's in that neighborhood. A lot of people's girlfriends are in that neighborhood.
Okay. Well, sorry. That was just a question because I don't know how big an HOA actually, how much power that they have.
It could be like upwards of like 30 to 50 houses.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay. You're gonna do great. You're gonna run for the presidency of the HOA,
Okay.
and the most amount of work you're gonna have to do is spending upwards of $10,000 to $20,000
Okay.
on a series of attack ads against the current president of the HOA, where you allege Janet Smith wants us to do Halloween trunk or treating every year. But who owns the parking lot where we do it? Is Janet Smith getting kickbacks from trunk or treating every year? Vote for me. Vote for me, HOA president. 2025. Now here's where
Keep the voice break and change in there. In the ad. You have the opportunity to edit it, but you don't.
You're going to make a series of video ads, radio ads. You're going to find out, you're going to do canvassing across the homes within your, I guess, 30 to 50 home radius.
Yeah.
You're going to find out what podcasts they listen to. You're going to buy ads for those podcasts. And this will do one of two things. One, you gain the presidency, in which case you unleashed HOA Project 2025, which it sounds bad, but it's basically you seizing the means of every sense of power in your government, like sanctioned subdivision, and using it to rule over them with an iron fist.
Of course.
And bring back Halloween or
Yes.
whatever. If that doesn't work, if you don't get elected, if you don't win the election, she is going to have to change her platform to bring it. I don't do that. I don't make any money from it. I just thought it would say, do you guys want me to bring back Halloween? You'll cause so much upset, and she'll have to make it her entire platform.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't matter if you win.
Exactly.
Halloween's back, baby.
Halloween is back.
Fucking back. And if you don't want to do this for yourself, nominate a neighbor you hate and make all of these on their back.
Be the Russia of your neighborhood.
Yeah. Create an entire political campaign for a guy that you hate, and then everyone will hate him too.
Yeah.
Footage of you walking over and say, "Hey, Tom, can you read this? I approve this message." What? That's all you...
An extremely cut up ad where it's like, "Hi, I'm Tom Reed. I'm running for Homeowners Association." And yeah, it's all just cut together.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I think that's it, right?
I think that's
Without
it.
question.
What time? How?
An hour and 8 minutes into this recording.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
I thought it was going to be an hour and a half.
Oh.
I thought we were
no.
going for a really long time.
Those are the gummies, baby.
Oh, shit.
Those are the gummies. I think they kicked in. Was this good?
I hope so.
I mean, I laughed till I cried.
I had a great
several
time.
times.
Yeah. I feel like we've been here for 5 minutes.
Really?
And also 48 days.
Yes.
That's the time dilation for you.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to support this content and content like it, you should go to patreon.com/midnightsnack.tv. Please cut that out.
No.
They can't know I'm gross. Come on.
You've been a bad girl, and you're going to get a spanking.
I've built an entire reputation on not being a gross degenerate.
And yet we did that entire 5-minute block of HGTV porn tape puns.
This is an important moment in Boyfriend Materials history. This is the weed episode. This is the episode where either our audience is going to fully lock in and go, "We love this, be goofy and weird," or this is the one where they go, "You got to get your shit together."
Yeah.
Man, the boyfriends, they really fucked up. They
You
blew it this time.
cannot be high anymore. Are you
No.
kidding? Good Bones? You didn't even change that one. That's just the name of an HGTV show. HG. Hold on.
What?
HGTV. What did it sound like I
Beating your
said?
ass.
You said, "Hey, you just said
said it phonetically.
Sorry. That's just the name of a Haitian TV show. What? Wait, hold on.
Haitian Okay.
I hate GV. Wait. HG TV show.
Got it. Print.
Patreon.com/MidnightSnackTV.
He's back.
Go there now. There's a poll up. Should we get clean? Yes or no? I guess now's a good as time to talk about it as any. We are participating in No Nut November.
Yes.
Where the three of us will be not nutting for an entire 30 days.
Yeah, or whoever lasts the longest.
Yeah.
And we're putting up $500 cash
Yeah.
each.
Yeah. To take it sort of back to Seinfeld, they have the like master of your domain episode. Who can go the longest without masturbating? That is what we are doing. Who can go?
Are we doing Seinfeld? Are you fucking kidding me?
That is a premise of one, but No Nut November is its own thing.
Okay.
And because the Seinfeld episode was just about jerking off, this is no nut.
Wait,
No,
no,
no.
wait, hold on. Wait, no one said that.
This means no coming
That means
at
no
all.
coming at all. Not even with a partner.
What?
Not even
Yeah.
hands free.
No?
No.
No.
When I said yes, I didn't know that.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you under the suspicion that you could freely nut with a loving partner and think you could stay in this competition? The very idea.
What if I don't?
What if you don't what? This is actually a very important distinction. Is it No Nut November or is it no good feel November? Where you can't even do because that sucks. You can't just have sex and be like, ooh, stop.
If you could do that, you would be a saint. You would be canonized. Have you ever been in the middle of sex? And they say they could say, my pussy is a volcano, by the way. and you would keep going. You're like, oh damn, ain't that some shit?
You know what's fucked up?
What?
Is we just ate the Halloween candy we've been giving out to the kids.
Oh no, she's gonna be ruined.
I think they put edibles in the candy.
I gotta get my daily dose of razor blades somehow.
Yeah, patreon.com/MidnightSnackTV. And find out. You actually don't have to subscribe to Patreon to see which one of us is going to win No Nut in November. We're going to say no edging at all.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, so we're announcing the contest, and then it begins on the 1st.
Yeah.
Stay tuned
Yep.
to see how long each of us make it into the month.
Yeah, and make bets. Like financial bets.
Yeah.
Like with your money, with your real money.
Yeah.
Is that allowed? Are we allowed to say that?
Probably not.
Okay. Go to sportsbook.com. Yeah, it's on.
Go to steak.com.
Yeah. I don't know how to end a show anymore. I think my brain's gone. Hey, if you want to find me on the internet and help me find my lost way, I'm at Mondo Does Stuff, MANDO Does Stuff, all one word, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, all that fun stuff. And I love you forever. Goodbye.
My name is Andrew Rosas, and you can find me on Instagram at andrewrosas.ig. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what's going on. That's where my stuff is. Griff, what about you?
I'm the _ indoor kid on all platforms that allow an underscore. If they don't, just take it out. That's still probably me. I am still unemployed, and I didn't think I was going to ever have to follow through on this No Nut November thing, and I thought I could get out of it scot-free without having the funds to back it, so now I have to go make some calls.
And, this being Halloween, we wanted to leave you with a special spooky message.
Mm-hmm.
You've been a bad girl.
No!
You've been a bad little girl.
Why does he sound like sexy Ghostface?
And you're getting a vigorous spanking right now.
Stop.
And no, it's not gonna hurt me more than it hurts you. No, it's not.
Oh God.
I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna hurt you a lot more than it hurts me.
Andrew,
And you've earned this.
Andrew,
You're getting a vigorous spanking because you've been a bad girl.
Andrew, I've just dialed 911. If you don't shut up, I'll press
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see you next time. Happy Halloween.
Tell him we're high, too.
No.